It's easy. Today's episode, we're going to be showing you how to install the OES frame sliders, carbon fiber ones, the front frame sliders on the forks, and then the rear sliders or paddock lifts for the rear ones. The front ones are going to be going through here through the front forks. I do already have the frame sliders. Someone backed into my bike and just scuffed this one, and they ordered the wrong ones. They got the carbon fiber ones, which is a bonus, and they also got the whole kit, so I was pretty happy. So we're going to take these bad boys off. He did also break the peg right here, and one of the bolts is missing down there, but no big deal, works for now. He's got these on order. Also ordered me up a new Yoshimura Alpha race exhaust because mine was on for a couple weeks and that did get scratched up. So that is an expensive fix on his part, unfortunately, but thankfully he is going to be replacing it all for me. And then we do have the rear sliders that are going to go in back here, the paddock lifts. Let's get to it. I'm going to take these ones off and show you how to put the new ones on. To take those off, you will need an Allen. There is an Allen insert inside of there, and then there's a bolt that goes through and links up back here. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but let me take those off. Alright, so we got the old ones off. The larger one is going to go on this side here without the exhaust. It's going to go on this side here. So we got the larger frame slider here. I'm going to put this bad boy right down here.
Oh shit, I forgot my vodka. Oh, sorry, are you videotaping?
It is recommended to use a blue Loctite. I got red Loctite, so it might be a little harder to take these off in the future, but that's okay. Just put a little bit inside there. Just a dot, not a lot. Remember that from your teachers back in grade school. And then this goes up in here. You could see it right in here. It sits right up in there. So when you guys are taking out the original bolts and putting the new ones on, make sure that you do one side at a time, because if you take off both sides, your engine could drop a little like mine did. But you could just lift it up with a jack stand, no problem. Put a block of wood under there so it doesn't scratch your paint, and lift it up a little bit. I got mine slid back in, no problem then. So you could tighten it up after that. I want the stickers facing down so that way you don't see the gap in the sticker. And then just give it a good old ugga-dugga, and it should be good. So the other bolt will go in right there. And again, you'll need another 8mm for inside of there. 18 foot-pounds with a little bit of blue, and you should be good. Alright, and then for the rear paddock holders or the rear frame sliders, they go in back here. There's a factory bolt there already, or a factory insert for them. Just put a little bit of thread lock on the threads here, and for these rear ones you're going to need a 7mm Allen. So for these rear ones, I did have to take it off the holder there, the stand, because it did hit here when I would screw it on, so I just had to take it off. I don't know if the stand will fit with these new ones. I might need to get a paddock stand, but again, just a 7mm Allen. Make sure it's threaded in correctly. You don't want to mess up the threads on there. Give it a good old ugga-dugga, and it should be good. Okay, again, same thing for the other side. Has the stock holes here. Just put a little dot on here, screw it in there, give it a ugga dugga, and you're good to go. Alright, and the last step of this is for the front ones, which you have the two front frame sliders, and then this tube here. This tube goes through the forks, like so, and then you just screw those into here. It's a little, just a dot, not a lot of that stuff there. You give it a ugga dugga, and you're good to go. Alright, so I got the one on. Just drop it in there. We got the one for this side then. Got this side on. This side just needs a good old ugga dugga. Oh, it's spinning that side. So you're gonna need two different Allens in order to complete the process on the front. Otherwise, the one in there, it's just gonna continue to spin. We now have the finished product with the front frame sliders, which you need two 5mm Allens for. We have the ones on the engines here. And for this one, you'll need a 8mm Allen for the one inside there. And for the rear ones, you will need a 7mm Allen for inside there, and just a little bit of Loctite on each one when you put them on, and you are all set. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright folks, I just wanted to give you a little breakdown. It is the next morning, but I just wanted to show you in a little bit better lighting just how good these OES frame sliders look. Now to reiterate, you will need a 7mm to do the back ones here. 7mm for inside there, a little bit of Loctite. These ones don't really protrude too far back, which is nice. I don't really know how well they're gonna do as far as helping as a frame slider, because the exhaust does stick out quite a bit further than the actual frame slider itself, so they're not really gonna do much. It's more of a paddock lift, I guess, or depending on the exhaust that you get for this Yoshi one, doesn't really look like it's gonna do much help on this side. But as you can see, the side profile for the actual frame slider up there in the front, it does stick out quite far. They do look very, very nice, the carbon fiber. I was quite pleased with how they look here, and it matches up very well with the carbon on the Yoshi. And then we have these front ones here, and these ones you'll need the 5mm for. They do stick out a good amount further than anything else on the bike. Maybe these stick out a good amount too. These probably aren't the best because these will probably dig into some type of concrete, where these are built to actually slide and not really dig into the concrete as much. My bike is filthy. I got some casualty bugs up there on the front, but no big deal. That happens, especially in the summer months of riding. Some more carbon fiber bits there, but overall I am quite pleased with how these OES frame sliders look on the bike. Now it is a little bit different than the actual OES regular ones that are not carbon fiber. It is different size bolts that you'll need, or different size Allens rather, that you will need. But overall, so far I do like the look of these, and I am quite pleased. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you guys want to see more how-to videos like this one here. If you have any questions, again, just leave them in the comment section down below, and I will see you on the next episode.